When I first realized I was giving a speech today, I admittedly felt a certain degree of unease. After all, we're graduating as engineers. And while I've taken my share of classes in the core curriculum, the majority of the writing I've done at Columbia has taken the form of lab reports and MATLAB code. So in search of some help, I asked my advisor, Professor Suleiman Kachani, what he thought I should do. His response, make it rhyme. I'm not quite sure if he was joking. I asked my girlfriend the same question. Her response, write a speech that an engineer would write. Okay. So what would an engineer say? As engineers, we've been taught to solve problems systematically. And the first step of solving any problem is to break it into steps. Step one, identify the problem. In my case, how to write a graduation speech. Step two, determine the goals. Coherent speech, not looking foolish in front of the entire class, and maybe some useful advice. Breaking down problems systematically into steps is something we've all learned to embrace as engineers. As for students in the IUR department, our most important systematic tool is optimization. Essentially, we take problems subject to specific constraints and try to achieve the best or optimal outcome using mathematics and computer programming. Typically, this process is applied to things like managing inventory or constructing an optimal investment portfolio. But as students, we solve our own optimization problems all the time. Every semester at C's, for example, when we pick our classes, we are solving personalized scheduling problems. And even our selection of Columbia for our bachelor's degree is a decision founded in a search for optimality. Perhaps the systematic approach can be taken further. Let me argue this. We unknowingly perform our own complex optimization analyses all the time. We all have goals that we strive for, and often we meet certain constraints, sometimes beyond our control, that force us to make sacrifices. In light of the world's current economic state, many of us changed our plans and pursued opportunities we not even considered in our junior or sophomore years. But even the economic downturn itself is an opportunity for us to apply what we've learned. And as engineers, we're all graduating with many of the tools necessary to contribute to solutions of real-world problems. So in addition to being an important first step in our own personal optimization problem, graduating today is significant in a greater context. Most of the major challenges facing the world, whether they relate to the economy, energy, healthcare, or population growth, invite an application of the creativity and skills that we have acquired as engineers. It then becomes our individual responsibility to figure out how our own objectives and our optimal choices dictate the impact we will have upon these larger issues. But does the comparison stop here? We obviously should not literally approach our lives like an optimization problem. We don't have singular life goals, and our constraints are not well defined. What are we trying to maximize? Our happiness, our success, our impact? There's no universal best or right answer in life. So how do we know we are making the right choices? Well, maybe it's not the elusive maximum or optimum that dictates our choices. Maybe our choices shape our life's optimum. For as we grow older, we may make tons of life choices, but our end result will always inherently be the optimum by the simple fact that our choices led us there. So instead of trying to optimize our lives, let's allow our lives to create what's best. This, I believe, is truly the right solution. Now, as I close, I'd like to act as any good engineer would do. Recall my goals and check over my work. A coherent speech, hopefully, some useful information, while I try. But now at the risk of looking foolish, at Professor Kachani's request, I finish with this address. And to Brutus I am contrite, for iambic tetrameter is too hard to write. A few words that rhyme for the class of 2009. Columbia C's 4 years, now commencement day nears. Past our first year moving day, past those dinners at John Jay. Through sophomore year seeking more, through CC Econ, the rest of the core. Junior year, some fun, some stress, an engineering degree in progress. Then comes senior year, a blast. Can't believe it came so fast. Decisions have to be made, and for our futures, plans are laid. Now, I don't want this thing to drag too long. Conclude it with a quote and end it strong. So as Theodore Gizza would say, that's Dr. Seuss, by the way, today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. All I can say to finish this rhyme, congratulations, class.